brings up fourth. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Switch!
The Rams going for it on fourth. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
That's it, baby.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
65.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watch safety creep.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Down 7, and they've got a go decision to make on the conversion. Down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's Gurley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch that.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
Check 50.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Man, I got you.
Another carry now for Gurley.
Yeah, baby.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
Mike's 5-4.
Come on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I'm coming.
Hey, Echo. Shoot.
Back to throw. Daniels.
You don't want none of
He's
this.
taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Five.
54's Mike.
No run
Check,
call
watch
here.
54,
They'll look to
watch
throw
54.
instead.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Ready?
44.
18 Gator.
Where's Mike? Check. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good job. Good stuff.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality.
You can't block me.
Pound the rock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the set.
Mike's fofo.
Check. Kill. Hey,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They stopped there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Chiefs nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Don't get nervous. Hey, exit.
Out. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Go.
From the gun, Daniels. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Let's go.
Get it.
Crack down.
And give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You don't want that?
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory.
Baby, let's go.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 63 yards.
Ready up.
A real field flipper
Hey,
there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
All day,
He
baby,
did
all
have the
day.
touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Lockdown, baby. Drag up the key to this one.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 33-yard line.
Got it.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
Score, fellas.
So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 30.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Coming.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Baby.
Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
44 is the mic. 40.
Ready?
Looking to throw.
Here we go.
Bowman. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Get it.
On first down, Bowman. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Yeah, baby!
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
44's the mic. Hey, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowman. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take it. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Yep.
Here I come.
Mike's 5-4.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Check tight end.
And chased out left.
Check tight.
Now he'll throw deep left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go, baby.
Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Watch the screen.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Oh, get him! Get him! Get him!
Go.
Off the play fake. Bowman. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Woo! And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
54.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Right there.
From the gun,
Here we go, D.
Daniels.
Get off the field.
Flush to his right. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Daniels. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Here we go.
Let's check in with our referee. A big play there for the Raiders. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Throwing on 1st down. Bowman. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Bowman, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Bowman. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby, all day.
Ready, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
Let's go.
But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Fofo's the mic.
Go.
Right back to it on 1st down. A gain of 3, second down.
That's it, baby.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run.
Get
Who
on line,
knows?
baby.
Go, go.
44.
Ready?
Check,
To throw on second down.
Don't say nothing.
Bowman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm gonna
Sacked
hit
by
you.
the outside
Oh.
backer, Telvin Smith.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
44.
I often laugh
coming
and
after
sometimes
you.
call it just
I'm coming
straight
after
ahead
you.
pursuit.
Watch
What a
West,
running
watch West,
start
watch
right
West.
back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really,
hey.
really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through
Fo-fo to
clean,
Mike. Mike's
oftentimes
fo-fo.
the advantage definitely
Here we
goes
go,
to the
here we go.
defensive player.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bowman. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's how we do it.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt,
Let's go,
and the
boys,
Chiefs are
let's
going
go.
to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Yeah, baby.
Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
You got the lead, yeah.
We got the lead.
Mike,
Defense,
54.
don't give up any
Here we go.
points.
Night, night.
Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd and 5.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain
That's
of 3.
it, baby.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
I got it.
Under 10. Under 10.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about
Come on
the
now,
30-yard
let's go.
line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Come on,
So
set.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now.
They'll run it with Johnson.
Come on now.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Last stop.
That's going to go as a
Last
loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
That's it, baby. We
A
gonna
nifty
work.
bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He
Mike,
forced the
5-4.
ball in the coverage
Mike,
through the
5-4.
pick. He learned better
Rip left,
there.
rip
Yeah,
left.
similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was. Everyone's going to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. If you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
5-2 is a Mike. 5-2, Mike 5-2.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
First down, Kansas City.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown.
Nicole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Check three.
Off play action, Bowman. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
132 fighter.
2nd and 4. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, Bowman to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Great job, man.
Tyreek
Keep getting those
Hill
touchdowns.
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
You want this?
36, 36.
Off the play fake. Bowman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off play action. Daniels. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
We played to win.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. You better bring it.
Buzz.
Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got?
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it with Johnson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
Trip is here, baby.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Mike's 5-4.
Yeah.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Hey, exit. Go on.
Check nine.
5.
Off the play fake. Bowman. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, D!
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
That's what I'm talking about.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
From the gun, Bowman. And his throw here's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Turn up. Kill.
Throwing
Turn
to start
up.
the drive. Daniels dancing to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Check!
Check.
Greystone travel. Get it.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Go. 10 Lobo.
54.
Yo.
Go.
Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
Ready? 8 read. Let's go. Hey, high 7. 2.
On first down, Bowman. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
44, Mike, 44. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo. I'm coming.
5.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Man out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Back him up. 41. Raiders 28.